Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. This is the Market Update. I'm your host, Bill Noble. This show is brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. If you need a roadmap in crypto and you need to make money in crypto, then subscribe to this channel. Turn on the alerts bell so you know when we're going live. And of course, if you like the content, please give us a thumbs up. All right, we have Mr. Baptiste here early. Tom, hi, welcome. Fernando, let's go. Right? So let's give people a little bit of time here to come to the stream, right? And then we will kick in to the market update. Tyson, hi. Which way are we going? We will talk about that. Okay, Panama in the house. Welcome. Welcome to the show. London is here. All right. Headed into the holiday weekend, want to make sure that you've got all the information you need to make decisions so you can have peace of mind over this Western holiday weekend. Okay. Hi from Sweden. I'm doing quite well. Thank you. Right. All right. I appreciate that love there. Thank you. Canada in the house. Notorious love from Belgium. Thank you. Right. Again, London in the house. Magni, hi. Right. Welcome to the show. Right. Welcome everybody from here, there, everywhere, and all over the world. Okay. Oslo, Norway. Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully it's thawing out there soon. All right. And yes, as one of our commentators just said, if you like the content, please hit the like button, particularly if you're watching the recorded video. All right. Canada here. Welcome. All right. Aiken, hi. All right, folks, let's kick into your market update. Is it a bull market or a bull trap? All right. Is the legacy market bouncing because it's exhausted? People are taking profits and going home for the Easter holiday? Or is this some kind of reversal in crypto? Because stocks never went down. Okay. Dollar index. Oh my God. Thank God it stopped moving above 100. So when the dollar index topped, that allowed crypto to bounce, and it's as simple as that. Now let's look at Bitcoin on the DeMark work on the daily chart, right? You have a DeMark 9 bottom, and we talked about this yesterday, right? That you probably had one more down day or one more dip, which you had early this morning, right? April 13th. And then Bitcoin turned around and reversed. So Bitcoin is in a range between, 38 and 48. And then you got the DeMark 9 bottom at the bottom of the range. So it's a natural bounce point. Yesterday, we discussed that, you want to manage risk and adjust position on up days. And here we are. Now, just one note on Bitcoin headed into the holiday. Crypto is famous for making big moves when the Western world is on holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Okay. Now, I don't know if the same's true with Easter. Okay. But people are squaring up their books. You have to be careful of the failed rally. So right now, stocks didn't go down. Great. Every day stocks don't go down is a good day for crypto. That's how I'm playing it. Easy, right? What you want to be careful of as the market goes up is a failed rally. So if you see today's rally fail today or tomorrow, then you need to be adjusting your position. Because remember, with DeMark work, right? If it's a range, it's a set of conditions 1 through 9, top, 1 through 9, bottom, back and forth in a range. If it's a trend or a new trend, it's 1 through 9, a certain set of conditions, then a counter trend bounce, and then 1 through 13 down. So how do you know the difference? Well, you got to look for the failed rally. No failed rally, all good. Failed rally, out, right? So no failed rally, mini bull market. Failed rally, bull trap. Bull trap. Okay, looking at the Bitcoin 4-hour chart as we welcome Honduras, okay, Australia, okay, Estonia, Australia up late at night, Orlando, right? I saw Peru in there. Welcome. Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, okay, we have Bitcoin going up after hitting a 9 bottom and a 13 bottom. So we discussed how every altcoin we looked at yesterday looked washed out, hence the bounce. Now, the best day to manage risk is on green days. So at the end of the presentation, don't go anywhere. We have the Token Metrics Quant Department's latest automated support and resistance levels for all the big coins. So don't go anywhere. That's coming up. Okay, Cosmos, 13 and a 9 bottom. Okay, so Cosmos did nothing while the market was going up. Now I'm seeing a 13 and a 9 bottom. So if crypto is stable, it may be time to dust off the idea that, you know, you can get a lot of airdrops and whatnot from staking Cosmos. So, you know, that may be something to consider. If it's a sideways market, Cosmos and Near appear to be the plays. Now, just a little side note on Bitcoin. We've been looking at the Bitcoin ETF because, you know, it's out there that equity market players want to get up to 6% of their portfolios at the retail level invested in Bitcoin. So, right, if they buy Bitcoin, if they buy the ETF and it goes up and stays up, well, great. Okay, that would be what's called in equities terms sponsorship. If the Bitcoin ETF has sponsorship from retail buying, that can hold up the market. But if there's a failed rally and equities turn around and go lower, again, you adjust your position. Now, let's talk about something good. Near protocol, every dip is being bought below a DeMark moving average at 16. So the DeMark resistance point is up at 20, okay? And I continue to believe that this is parabolic going someplace to happen, assuming there's no market dump. Okay, let's get into Ethereum tactical trading. Now, recently, it's been obvious, at least as you can draw it, that all this range trading has been almost a perfect looking A, B, C, right? Only to see eventually the market turns around and goes down. So that whole move above 3,200 was definitely a bull trap. And the question is today's rally a bull trap? Okay, I'm looking at 3168. There's the 55-day exponential moving average right at that level, as well as the bottom of an expanding triangle formation. So ETH above 3168, good. ETH below 3168, maybe not. Okay, also, if you look at the Bill Williams Awesome Oscillator, I checked with our quant guys who, you know, basically showed me this. When that oscillator gets to the 0 point, that's when big moves occur. So you would assume that if it's A, B, C, and that a new downtrend is going to start, you would see that relatively soon. So the Williams work indicates that this is a bull trap. We'll see how that works, given that you've got a holiday coming up. Okay, it may just be quiet and the path of least resistance may be up because people got too bearish. Okay, but the Williams work indicates bull trap and that you should be selling and adjusting positions, right? And getting out of stuff you don't believe in on a rally. Now, this is a digital cash index created by the Token Metrics Quant Department. So just as a reminder, Token Metrics does AI and machine learning on its website. And it also has a robust fleet of analysts that can do all kinds of great things for both our retail and private groups. Okay, Bitcoin Nano, Litecoin, Zcash, Bitcoin Cash. Even though Bitcoin Cash is having a good day, right? Last I looked, Okay, this index is not trading well. Okay, it went down along with Bitcoin, and I want to see the future of money index go somewhere, right? Let's get it going. I mean, if people don't want crypto as money, what do they want crypto for? All right, now let's go to stocks, pain train of all time, right? There's a million reasons for stocks to go lower, so of course they go higher. You know, like I need a giant rolling eyes emoji to hang up behind me. 44.57 is still resistance on the S&P 500 futures, okay, intraday chart, and that Williams oscillator at the bottom is approaching its 0 point. So I'm really interested in what equities do. Now, there's a saying in equities, never go long into a long weekend. And I believe stocks are closed Friday for Good Friday. I also believe Europe is closed Monday. Somebody in the chat can confirm that. But again, don't go long into a long weekend for stocks. So yes, they're having a good day today and everyone's like, okay, the inflation trade is over. Okay, I would beg to differ. But an update in equities is an update in crypto. So every day you come in and equities aren't down, and you can carry on in crypto. Okay, S&P, okay, SPY daily, 9 bottom, okay, 9 bottom. All right, and today could be the counter trend rally. Question is, will the rally fail? We don't know, but you know, 9 tops produced a top, 9 bottoms could produce a bottom. Nobody would be happier than me to see Bitcoin, ETH, Cosmos, and Near go up 20% because equities were stable. Okay, again, when you're not watching me on YouTube, when my accent is going in the back of your head when you're looking at the market, is have you seen a failed rally? If you see a failed rally, you need to raise cash. Okay, just as a reminder, S&P on the way up, this big relief rally that they had went to the 62% retracement of the down move early in the year. Naturally, as they always do, I've seen this a million times, they find the chart point, they stop everyone out, they take it through 2 or 3 times, and then they drop it. So again, are they going to go long into a long weekend? If stocks go down, it's going to take crypto with it. I know that sucks. It shouldn't happen. I don't want it to happen. Nobody wants to sell Bitcoin below 40K. No one wants to sell ETH below 3K, and I don't blame them. The risk is stocks. So if there's no risk from stocks, crypto can go up, okay? And if people are scared, right, then they're probably going to sell today's uptick in both stocks and crypto. So today will tell you a lot. Now let's go through some levels. This comes from our quant department. 42,600 in Bitcoin. So take a picture of this with your phone. 42,600 in Bitcoin. 36,500 at the bottom end of the range. And obviously, mid-range is 40,000. I'm sorry, is 40K, right? So 40K will be like the glue point, and who knows, it could swing back and forth in that range, but those are the big levels. Now in ETH, the range is probably 3180, okay, to 2978, right? So if there's euphoria in ETH, it's 3180, and then if they dump it over Easter, it's 2978. And if ETH is below 2978, then I think the market's got problems. So these are the key levels, right? Whether you got to, buy into the market or stop out of it. If it was me and you got to move to 3180, honestly, I'd be getting out of altcoins that either didn't work out or you no longer believe in. Now, Near could be a different story. $15.73 was support. They pounded on that support for days, right? And it's holding. So Near right now is trapped between 1573 and 1760. And if there's no down move in the rest of the crypto market, okay, Near can take out 1760 and probably go a lot higher. So, I mean, if you got to have long exposure in crypto, this is probably where you want to do it. Okay, Avalanche. Oh, God. This coin, right? There was resistance at 90 and 99. Okay, and right now it's sitting like aimlessly in the middle of the range because it's like 90 is resistance and 60 is support. And it's sitting like right in the middle. So in some ways, there's nothing to do in terms of trading. All right. But you have to ask yourself, an Avalanche, even though it's great, right? Avalanche has got to start making a move towards 90. You want to see that thing because, you know, Avalanche is capable of just fun and gun on the upside, right? But in absence of that, if Avalanche just sits and does nothing, risk to the downside is 60. So Avalanche has to near, I think the only way Avalanche is going to take out 90 is if near leads everything up, right? So if for, you know, Avalanche to go up, near's got to go up. Okay. Now Solana, same thing, right? We had to stop at 119, 170. You know, we got bullish, then we got too bullish, then we just got stopped out, and hopefully it didn't get killed. So Solana is sitting right in the middle of the range. Support is at 81.25. And that's why I use the 117, 119 stop. Because if the market falls apart, you don't want to deal with 81. Right? Now, it could be attractive here. I don't know. Right? It has retraced. So if you're buying things when they look terrible, maybe Solana and Avalanche are the way to go. But in terms of like technical support, it's lower. And if it rallies above 119, awesome. Awesome. Then I think you pile back in. Okay. Now, mirrored QQQ. So this is tech stocks, US tech stocks as a token, right? MQQQ, right? So there's support at 381, resistance at 390. So whichever way it breaks out for stocks, that's how it's going to go. You can actually watch stocks through crypto, and you can track this token and all the different TA indicators that we have, right? As well as our quant grades, right? For mirrored QQQ along with all the other big cryptos. Now, a small reminder, just in case you think inflation is over, okay? Real wages in the United States continue to be negative. Like grossly negative, as in wage growth is not keeping up with inflation, right? Now that may change, that may not change. So Legacy is doing this, okay, inflation's over, it can't get any worse. Okay, maybe, but people are still suffering. So the Fed has to actually bring inflation down. And the only way to do that is to stop printing money and drain it out of the system. So if people just suffer month after month after month, pressure is going to build to do it, and the Fed's got to do it before the November election in the United States. So the Fed has almost got to throw one or two big punches at inflation, and the sooner they do it, the better, because they can't wreck the market in October or September right before the election. I mean, I guess if they want to blow it off, they can, but that just makes no sense to me. The Fed's got to come in with the hammer, and they got to come in now. Because why would they want to hurt the sitting president's party before an election? That doesn't make any sense. That's not what Joe Biden, right, thought when he allowed Jerome Powell to keep his job. Wants Jerome Powell to fight inflation enough so that maybe during the election, at a minimum, the Fed's not wrecking the market. So keep macro in mind, right? And if you got a big green day, that is when you want to adjust risk. And that is the market update. All right, let's go to the comments. Megan is here. How you doing? When was wage growth in alliance with inflation? That must have been before I was born. Yeah, exactly. Right? Statistics don't tell it all, right? Inflation, they say, is at 8%. It's probably around 20. Okay, Flipped Burger is here. Okay, Nico, hi, Team Near is here, right? Okay, confirming U.S. stocks are closed Friday. Okay, is this oscillator available to everyone on TradingView? Yes, but you've got to go into the alternative. In other words, it's not in the standard menu. You have to find it because somebody actually calculated it and put it out there. Okay, Wisconsin, Nigeria, and Mexico, welcome. And again, folks, if you like the content, please hit the like button. All right, let's go to TA on demand here. Okay, so this is hopefully your favorite place. I know there's more than one place to get, on-demand YouTube. Okay. Okay, so somebody said Miami crypto, right? August low and bull 2023. What happens in between? Okay, good question. So what happens in between is you get opportunities to go shopping in altcoins, right? So any down trade that happens in legacy that's gross from sell in May and go away probably ends in August. Then what I'm guessing is crypto is going to trade in a really big range, right? So you're going to do this range trade where, I don't know, Bitcoin could move in a range from 28 to 58 before it really breaks out to the upside. So this thing where you have to trade ranges, right, will be in effect. Then you'll go trend trading for 3 months, up or down. I suspect down, right? Because this inflation war thing's not going away, right? And then, right, in 2023, you may have, I can't forecast it that far out. All I know is that the next parabolic rally likely starts fall of 23. Now, how it all plays out in the middle, I don't know. Okay, so let's go to, so we have Cake, Crow, SPX, cool, Gala. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, let's start with SPX. Okay, that's the S&P 500 index. Okay, so green is all get out today on the daily chart, but not back above the 55-day moving average. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, again, that Williams oscillator, not particularly excited about it. All I can say is don't go long into a long weekend, right? It's a religious holiday. So the market's closed Friday, but realistically, people are done. People are probably done today, especially in Europe, right? So, I would say resistance in SPX is probably 44.62. Okay, looking at Crow. Okay, let's get over to the DeMark charts for that. Okay, so everything is going to look similar. I'm not, whoops, can I go full screen? All right, there's full screen. Okay, Crow is got a 9 bottom. The question is, can Crow get above 43 cents? Right, so 9 bottom, right, and it's either the bottom of a range or it's a counter trend move before a new downtrend starts. How will you know? Well, you'll see a failed rally, right? So this is crypto.com on the 4-hour chart. So there was the third. Yes.
Could you try resharing the window? For some reason on the stream, it looks a little weird.
Okay. Is that better?
I believe so.
Okay. So sorry, a little technical difficulty there. So Crow, right? This goes back to what I've said, kind of all along. Rallies are nice, but are people willing to pay? I'm sorry, bounces off support are nice, right? But are people willing to pay higher prices? Right? So in all these altcoins, obviously, no one was selling it down here. But if you have a bounce, right, and you don't want to suffer anymore, then you can reduce your position. Or you can just hold out to see if it rips back up to 44, because that's where like the most recent give up trade started from. Okay, Gala. Okay, so on a 4-hour chart, you had the 13 bottom, you had this like stop everybody out trade. Okay, and now here's the issue in Gala. The old floor was 21 cents. Now, things look okay here, but the old floor can't be resistance. You can't have a failed rally over the next 2 days or no rally. Okay, so this is a classic case, right? 9 top, sell, 9 bottom, buy. Right? So, you know, the 9 top here produced a top. All these wicks was everyone selling. Now with this, okay, that 9, you know, the 9 and the counter trend rally are happening at the same time. So if people buy it, there's a lot of room to 23 cents. But if people don't buy it, all right, it's 15 cents. So, I mean, here's hoping, you know, you had a 13 bottom here back in January, and then you got to hope that this is the twin 9 bottom. And if you're long this and you don't want to get out, which I'm sure you don't, then just leave it. And then you have to make a decision if there's a failed rally. Okay, Cake. Okay, so this Binance universe is interesting, right? It doesn't look like everybody else. Cake held at the 62% retracement of its recent down move. So somebody wants to buy Cake. And we looked at this yesterday and somebody wanted to buy Binance coin, right? Okay, Sheeb, interested to see what this is doing today on a daily chart. Okay, so Robinhood lists it. Sheeb moves to the 62% retracement of its recent down move, right? It fails. And now it looks like you're headed for 13 top. So, you know, I would say I would love it if a meme coin was a part of the future of money. But the fact of the matter is Robinhood listed it and people sold it, right? That's the daily chart. Then look at the 4-hour. Okay, so again, it looks like Robinhood people are battling it out, right? In other words, Robinhood's now got access to Sheeb, and who's going to win, the bulls or the bears? So resistance was up here, and then now it looks like Robinhood's buying it at the 50% retracement of the rally. So stay tuned in Sheeb to see who wins. Okay, Andre, hello, welcome. Okay, you want to see the DeMark work on NEAR. Okay, so 4-hour chart of NEAR, like I said, it's like a base, right? It's like nobody, every like look at these candles, green, 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 right? Green, green. Anytime you get near 15, green. So this looks like 1899, assuming no crypto blow up. Okay, RUNE. See, again, you know, on top of this moving average, green, green, green. So if the market doesn't fall apart or there's no holiday decline, if it's a holiday moon, then this stands to benefit. Now, RUNE, which I'm sure trapped everybody. All right, so RUNE gets close to its 62% retracement. Okay, so it got to the 62% retracement of the 3-wave. So I would say RUNE, which can have a mind of its own, not investment advice. Okay, fingers crossed. I mean, I think RUNE has held support here, and this, like Near and Cosmos, can be on your shopping list on the way down. You have a 9 bottom, you have a final puke, right? You never really got the counter trend rally, so this could be a bottom. This could be a bottom. Vulcan. All right, so not good, not bad. It's still in its range, right? It's still inside of its range, right? We talked about 1920 being resistance. There's DeMark Elliott wave work up here that says, you know, that could have been like a top, but you're headed for a 9 bottom. So there's support around 12. And if you're holding this, which I'm assuming you are because you believe this is a base and this is going to actually turn back up, then as long as Vulcan is above this moving average, I don't know, near 11, it's okay. But I don't think you should expect spectacular returns on any of these highly speculative coins unless somehow there's an all clear from the Fed or the dollar falls out of bed. So QNT, I like QNT, right? Everyone talks about XRP. I think QNT is the way to go, personally. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but I'm intrigued by this. So there's support at 108 and a 9 bottom right here at 115. So if I was ever going to take a shot at QNT, I would take the shot now and put the stop below 108. Okay, the XRP army is here. So let's check out what's going on there. All right, so there's your 9 bottom in XRP. Let's see what the fib retracement work looks like just for laughs. So XRP held the 62% retracement of its little like slow uptrend. So XRP is okay. I mean, XRP and QNT look more constructive than most. Just again, you have to be careful of the failed route. So it looks good on a daily chart, but on a 4-hour chart, you know, people need to get pumped up and excited and get it going, right? So like all these things, I mean, XRP and QNT look better than most because they have support underneath them. You just don't want to see a failed rally. Okay, Algorand. Okay, another just mega pain trade with venture capitalists sitting on it at $1. All right, so a solid ABC correction. So that's constructive. Hey, there's a lot of hope for Algorand, right? I mean, 9 bottoms have worked, right? Obviously, they're selling it at $1, but I don't really see the case to sell Algorand unless the whole market falls apart. So if you've been suffering with Algorand, well, I don't know. So you can suffer 3 more days, right? And hope that there's a massive short squeeze over Easter. I mean, it's not exciting, but I can't imagine there was no rationale to puke out Algorand down here in March, in mid-March. I don't see a reason to puke it out now unless there's a gross failed rally. Okay, Fantom. And like I said, folks, if you like on-demand TA, please hit the like button. All right, so we talked about Fantom yesterday, right? Everyone gave up on Fantom. Fantom never really rallied, okay? And this kind of looks like a give-up trade to me. There's a 13 and a 9 bottom down here. So, you know, I know there was a lot of bad news in Fantom, but maybe people don't want to deal with it because of the bad news. So maybe Fantom is a value play. Now, again, failed rally, you want to exit. But those, you know, those are some, that's some good looking DeMark signals right there. Sorry about that. Okay. Those are some good looking signals. Now let's go to the 4-hour chart. Actually, let's have a laugh and go to the 90-minute, because I think all these 4-hour charts look the same. Okay, so 90-minute chart, 13 bottom. Now it's got a pop to it. The question is, can it get above like the DeMark moving average at 119? So in Fantom, you want to focus on 119 because you're like, Bill, well, how will I know if it's a failed rally? Well, in Fantom, you'll know because it'll be below 119. Okay. Thank you for smashing the like button, Steve. I appreciate that. Okay. Helium. Ooh, someone's looking for the 1-day AMP target. Let me write that down. Okay, so Helium making a base, no real evidence that someone wants to pay above 21 for it. Okay, there's the daily chart. All right, so, you know, if there was a fundamental announcement, it doesn't look like it was enough to move the coin. It looks like, this to me looks like a pin, right? What's a pin? Well, it's kind of when, you know, a market gets stuck right at a certain level, right? And this may happen to a bunch of other altcoins. So it's like every time it's below 22, it goes up. Every time it's above 22 and a half, it goes down. And they just go back and forth, back and forth. It's like a pin at 22. Okay, for whatever reason, I cannot look up Harmony on DeMark. Okay, so looking at this, I think you have to be careful if that Williams oscillator gets to 0, right? Last time it went to 0, you know, it's either evidence that the downtrend is still intact, right? So it's not there yet, all right? So I think if Harmony goes up, and it's the same thing, it's just with the Williams work, right? If Harmony goes up and then fails, this Williams oscillator is not going to be pretty. So with these small altcoins, again, if you believe in it and there's a fundamental catalyst that makes sense, great, keep it, right? Every day that equities don't go down is a good day for altcoins. Okay, don't have sell here. Okay, so this is the same deal, right? This is the 4-hour chart. This is the Williams oscillator. Okay, people bought the dip. That's good. Okay, you know, I wish you the best with this. This is sell on a 4-hour chart. So let's label this. Okay, let's take a look at a daily to see if there's anything interesting there. Okay, now this is more interesting on the daily because there's good support. There's good support at like 96 cents. So, you know, it bounced. People bought the dip. It dipped again. People bought it. That's good, right? So in absence of a problem, this may, you know, drift higher. It may defy gravity. But there is plenty of evidence in all these coins that, you know, if the rally fails and I'm not on the air, then you got to get out. And if it doesn't fail, then you can carry on. Okay, so Jasmy, pain trade, again, Okay, 0.0185 is a technical level. That's a DeMark support point. Okay, for the retracement, okay, it's got to get back above the 62% retracement. And we've been through this in Jasmy, right? So this looked tremendous. There was like no hope here. This was the biggest give up trade I've ever seen this year, right? There was the 13 and the 9 bottom and exploded. Okay, now it's come back down near support. So if you suffered with it and you didn't sell out on the rally, right? Or if you FOMO'd in, 0.0185 is a support level you're currently leaning on. Okay, let's see what's going on in Akala. Okay, getting there. Okay, here comes Akala, up 5% today, bouncing off the 55-day moving average. So that's good, right? Let's see what the 21-day moving average is doing. So Akala is above the 55-day and the 21-day moving average. That's good. That's good. Okay, now it's not doing the same on the moving averages from the on the 4-hour chart, but you know, I would say for the moment, this looks better than most. You know, the question is that a bull flag? So if you believe in this, then this could be a bull flag, and a prior ceiling acted as a floor, if I'm not mistaken. So there's evidence that people want to buy this. Okay, DOT. And then we'll go Arweave after that. And then somebody wanted AMP. So let me write that down. Okay, computer is hanging here. Okay, here comes. Oh. Okay, let's go over here and take a look at Polkadot. Okay, when it comes to layer 0, I think if you were ever going to see a rally in Polkadot, so let's pretend the crypto market is okay. Sometimes I feel like it's now or never in Polkadot, right? It's like the Williams moving average on the 4-hour chart looks okay, right? Cosmos looks good, right? There's no, I don't know. I don't know that this is danger in Williams on the daily chart. It might be, right? Because of how nasty this fell out of bed. So this doesn't make me feel good. So with Polkadot, it's like now or never. Okay, here's Polkadot. So with it, like everything, Polkadot's got the 9 bottom. I think if Polkadot's good, you're going to see Polkadot back above 19. In other words, if this big red candle here was a give up trade, then for Polkadot to be good, it's above 19. You're going to have a 9 bottom and then boom, because you have a 9 top, 9 bottom. All right. So if there's no failed rally in Polkadot, then it can go back to trading in its 18 to 23 range. If it fails at 19, right, and there's a problem with stocks, then you definitely have a problem in Polkadot. But remember, you know, layer 0 is probably overdue for something positive to happen. So if Cosmos is good, maybe Polkadot is good. Arweave. Okay, and then AMP is next after that. All right, so moving average resistance right at 3250 and Arweave on the daily, and you can see people selling it there. So it's got to get above 3250. Okay, you have a 13 bottom, a bounce, okay, but look, it's a failed rally candle. So be careful with this, right? Because it looks like the former floor is now being traded as the ceiling. So what you got to do is if you're long this, you need the bulls to prove that they can take it through 32, right? Okay, as TA indicators go for Boss Nova, which is better, volume or MACD? Volume can be useful. I only use it in legacy futures contracts. MACD is also useful. I mean, I don't use it. I would pick MACD over volume. Okay, AMP, 1 day prediction. 1 day. All right. Where's AMP going in 24 hours? Haven't seen that request. Haven't seen a request like that. Maybe that could be a new tradition if I get it right. Okay, so AMP on the 90-minute chart looks like a 9 bottom. It's pretty nasty how they rammed it down there. Okay, I would say that this has a shot at an update. Okay, and I don't know if this is not, this could be 4 more down days. So, you know, that's a little depressing on the daily chart. Okay, but on the 4-hour chart, it looks overdone. You got support underneath at 68 cents. So you probably got 1 full up day. And then after that, you have to be careful. Okay, OGN. Okay, so same deal on the 4-hour, 13.9 bottom, give up, bounce. It took off from 49 cents. So 49 to 50 cents was like the takeoff point, and now can it get back above it? So it was the takeoff point here, right? Then it was the takeoff point, or it was the give up point on April 11th. And the question is, right, keeping in mind that, you know, I'm not here on Friday. So will this thing take out 50 cents? Of course, we'll be here tomorrow to check it out. Okay, Cardano Nation is here. Raymond, welcome. What is the Cardano price prediction? All right, so the level in Cardano is 96 cents. It did not pay to sell Cardano. It didn't pay to buy at 125, and I have a hard time selling it at below $1, right? So Cardano is still working on its 9 bottom with support at 90 cents. So Cardano Nation is going to hold on. I know that. So if Cardano Nation wants to sleep better at night, it's probably got to get above 97 cents. All right. Now people are really starting to come in. Welcome to anybody who comes in late. I know there's kind of like 2 parts to the stream. Some people come in early. Some people come in late. So welcome to anybody who's new. Naturally, if you want to hit the like button, please feel free. Okay, so, you know, epic rally and Compound. We have talked about somewhere in the crypto universe, people are going to start pouring into DeFi to get help from inflation. Okay, nobody thought Compound, hence the rally, right? Everybody forgot about Aave, and then that went. So I guess if the Compound's going to go crazy, and this is A, B, C, upside in Compound could be 192 if there's a big FOMO weekend in crypto. All right, just look at the 4-hour chart just to check it out. Okay, so there's no evidence on the 4-hour chart of this stopping. It looks like it's got, you know, 2 more days of upside. Okay, I got to go to Lossless over here. Okay, possible teacup and handle on the daily chart. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour. So here's the teacup and handle. That's pretty clean, right? Let's look at the 4-hour. I don't know. The stochastics look pretty good. Williams doesn't look terrible. I'll give it a chance. I mean, with this kind of rounding bottom, I would give it a chance for sure. Oh, God, sushi. Oh. Sushi's like, you know, your first love in high school where you thought everything was wonderful, and then you found out that she or he was dating your best friend. Ugh, the pain of it all. Will sushi ever wake up? Kind of hoping sushi and perp can wake up. So, of course, you know, sushi, you know, it moons, you get the warning, it declines. Okay. Now, sushi, for the most part, has not been able to stay below 3. There was this give up trade, but I don't know. If you can't lean on 3 in sushi, then I swear to God, it's over for DeFi 1.0. I mean, I can't say, oh yeah, get rid of this at 3. I can't do it. Okay. Can you explain what stochastics are? Sure. So stochastics are an indicator of market momentum. Okay. So stochastics are down here, right? And it ranges between 0 and 100. So as these moving averages, these sort of index moving averages, price goes down, they'll follow. But one is slower or faster than the other. So as it gets low, right, when it gets really oversold, one stochastic will cross above the other. In theory, that's a buy signal. Now, in crypto, what you want to look for, okay, and this is what happened in ETH. If we're going to have the tutorial on the 8-hour chart. Okay, ETH made a new high. Okay, ETH made multiple new highs. Okay, and the stochastic made lower highs, right? I thought there was going to be a correction, and it turned out to be a massive dump, which is what happens when you get these divergences. So the whole reason to look at stochastics is to find the divergences. I mean, I know guys that pretty much this is all they do. They just look for this and they trade off that. Okay. Okay, so we have okay, so Constellation, right? And this is the same failed rally concept. Okay, so the good news is support at right around 15 cents held. So that's good. So if you have this, leave it. Right? But if you're below 15 cents, you got a problem. And your upside objective. I mean, it's funny with altcoins. I really don't have to tell people to leave it because the reason they're calling is because they have a position. So, you know, you might get a trend line bump and run. Okay. If it declines to 15.5 cents and holds, that would be very constructive. So, you know, not the worst looking chart in the world. Okay. Again, 15.5 has to hold this support, and you don't want to see a failed route. Okay. EWT. Okay. Are we talking about the Taiwan shares ETF there? Because that's all I've got for EWT. Let's see if that shows up in crypto. Okay, that's Energy Web token. Sorry. Okay, got it. Okay, so not much of a bounce, right? See these candles? Let me just label this. Okay, so this is the daily chart of Energy Web token, right? And all you can see are these wicks where every time it goes up, people are selling. Now you're starting to see smaller wicks. So you're asking yourself, are the sellers out of ammo? That's the key. Are the sellers out of ammo? Like, have people finally given up to the point where they can't sell it anymore? Now, realistically speaking, you're calling up because you want to hold on. So there's support down here. This Williams indicator doesn't look great, but why sell it into support? You know, normally triple bottoms don't hold. That was a thing in Legacy. It's been down here 4 times. So, you know, let the bears, if the bears are out, let's put it this way. It may be worth the risk unless there's a disaster. It's worth the risk if you've been suffering with this to see if the bears are out of ammo and the bulls can flip it and take control. Because if the bulls can't take control after all this selling, then you're going to have a give up trade. But you might as well wait because you're sitting here on support. There's no point in selling support. Oh my God, D-Race. Okay, so D-Race, kind of an epic give-up trade, right? Kind of epic. It didn't make a new low, but definitely people packed it in for sure. This is the daily chart. All right. Now, with D-Race, because you got this like stalemate candle here, there's some hope that this rallies because they really gave up here, but it couldn't make a new low. So this is interesting, right? Because they killed it, but they couldn't make a new low. Do I know of any project that want to combine mobile networks and blockchain? Okay, I know Helium has a 5G hotspot, but that's really more of a question for our guys in our, that our fundamental team that produces, some YouTube videos and works with our private group, along with newsletters over at Token Metrics. We have AI, machine learning, and a human research team. Okay, Luna. So we talked about this not being a buy at 120 because of the 13 and the 9. Now it's back down here. Support, I don't know, is probably at 77. Okay, it's not exactly rallying. It's not like smoking to the upside. I would say give this one more day. 13 and the 9 bottom, and, shorts covered, but are people going to buy the dip? Okay, let's look at DXY on a 1-hour chart. Okay, so you know how I'm always talking about accumulation cones from Jesse Livermore, right? So again, this is DXY 1 hour. So, you know, it was clearly euphoric that the dollar index topped out. But if this is some sort of accumulation cone, you know, for crypto, obviously you hope that this Williams signal on the 1 hour chart means the dollar index just stays down. But, you know, if it's don't go long risk assets into a long weekend, then it remains to be seen how well the dollar is going to do. Okay, let's look at the dollar versus the ruble for laughs, right? This was like supposedly the end of the world. Okay. All right. So much for the end of the world, right? It went to 150 and then it went back down to 82. It's unbelievable. Okay, we have Celo. Is it a bull market or a bull trap? There's the 9 bottom. There's the 13 bottom. We discussed most likely no reason to sell down here. Let's look at the daily. So it's above support at 317, and it looks like people want to buy it at an old ceiling. So, you know, the crash that occurred, let's see what the fib retracement looks like here. Okay, so it's got to get above 327. It's got to get above 327. Okay, how does Bill Williams' awesome oscillator work with fractals? Okay, well, that is an entire book, okay, literally. Using dollar ruble, when price gets too far away from the red and blue line like this, then you can look for reversal. So the reversal was right here. And then if there are dots on any of these lines that are fractals, each time it goes above the fractals, you trade it as a momentum trade following the reversal. So in sum, when it gets too far away from the moving averages, if you get a stalemate candle, that's the signal to get involved. And then as it takes out additional candles that have that dot in it, you can add to your position theoretically. Okay, so Harmony we did. Let's see if I can get ICP over here. Okay, ICP 9 bottom daily. Again, there's a reason to give it a chance. Don't want the failed rally. Okay, but if you look at the intraday picture, the 4-hour chart, you know, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit more sobering, right? 1705 is resistance. So yeah, it's easy to buy it after it crashes, but the thing is, are you going to get follow through on any of this stuff? Okay, let's go to ALCS. By the way, when is the best day to adjust your position? When the market is down or the market is up? The answer is when the market is up. Okay, so there's a 13 and a 9 bottom, but the last 13 bottom didn't work, and look what happened. Epic give up trade. Now, this does look like everyone has given up. There may be good reason for that. Okay, so there's the epic give up trade and a 9 bottom. So I would say if you've been suffering, which I'm sure you have, okay, then let's see if the 9 bottom can take it above 83. If there's a failed rally, then that could be it. But if it gets back above 83, then whatever panic occurred here could get unwound. Okay, so someone's looking for Cosmos. Okay, so we looked at this earlier in the PowerPoint. Cosmos, to make a long story short, 13 and a 9 bottom on the daily. And Cosmos never went up. So this could have a mind of its own if crypto and legacy do not fall apart. So Cosmos, near, maybe RUNE. Okay, so Matic, same thing, 9 bottom. Okay, it's got to get above $1.44. Okay, and all these coins are the same, right? They have to get above prior floors. So yes, people bought the dip in Matic. People bought the dip. People bought the dip. People bought the dip. The question is, do people want to buy it when it's up? So let's go back and just look to see what the market's doing. Okay, so ETH still up 2%. Bitcoin up 2%. So crypto's holding, right? You know, S&P is up. VIX ahead of a holiday is down. VIX is fear in legacy. So, you know, you can carry on if you've got these altcoins. Eric, hi, welcome. Okay, Raymond is looking for gold. Okay, so, you know, basically, I think gold is going to make a new high. It's that simple. I mean, when gold took out 1966, the upside target is 2100. Right? In other words, you know, what we haven't talked about this. I mean, if risk assets are stable and bond yields temporarily stop rising, but there's still massive inflation, I mean, that is a massively bullish catalyst for gold, and silver is mooning with Williams moving averages expanding. So this looks like upside continuation. And I think I may have showed this yesterday. If you look at the 2-week chart of silver, right? It's a massive teacup and handle going all the way back to 2012. You've got the same thing on the gold monthly chart. So, and you got the Williams oscillator, you know, going into trend mode where it gets to 0 and then a big move occurs. I got to believe in silver and gold, the big move is up. And I was also looking at platinum and on the token metrics, right? Token metrics, let's go to the ratings page. Okay. On the ratings page for token metrics, Tether Gold and Pax Gold are at the top rated, are 2 of the top rated coins, right? And then if you look at the all exchange daily indices, okay, yeah, they're still defensive, right? But it's added Pax and Tether Gold. So 40% is connected to gold for token metrics. So to me, you know, it looks like they want to buy it, right? FXS. Okay, so this is different than everything else. It actually bounced already and made a 9 top. That's interesting. Resistance was at 30, you know, roughly 30, 35.50. So somewhat interesting that it pulled up short of resistance. Sometimes when that happens, it can go flying through. I'm sorry, this is the 4-hour chart. So you're probably due for a break here because people were selling it on an intraday chart. But on a bigger picture basis, $62% held at 2670. So people may be taking profits, but somebody was down here And this could be 1, 2, 3, much higher. So I'm not familiar with the details of this, but this looks different than any other altcoin because it looks like they really want it. Okay. Alpha looks interesting. Somebody's asking for Tornado Cash. Again, folks, if you're out there or you're watching the recording of this, please hit the like button. Please. Okay. 9 bottom, Tornado Cash daily. That's really interesting, but you are getting the counter trend move already. So I don't know if this is a sign of a bottom or Tornado Cash has already done whatever it's going to do. Okay. You've got the 9 top on the 4-hour chart. So, you know, in Tornado Cash, you know, you buy the 9 bottom and you sell the 9 top. I would say in order for something to change, Tornado Cash would have to be above 45. And I'm not opposed to this privacy trade. Let's look at Monero. Right? I don't know if this trade is over or if this trade's got another leg to it. All right. So, right. So Monero spikes up massively and nobody can get it going again. Right? So be careful on privacy trades that are exhausted. Okay, A0. Okay, so A0 is doing what? It looks like the old ceiling is now the floor. Obviously, people made some bank here because it mooned pretty sharply. So a lot of times in crypto, it just doesn't seem to work to buy breakouts like this after it's mooned. Okay. Okay, so it looks like in this, it looks like there's resistance at 270 or 268. Now, if it's above 270, carry on, right? But there's a lot of technical activity at 270 and just use that as a pivot, right? If people are like, okay, I want this at 270, it can go higher. If not, okay, then you need to ask yourself, oh yes, Litecoin, the guilty pleasure. Everyone hates Litecoin except me. I swear to God. Okay, so, you know, if you want to drink some serious Kool-Aid and you want to pretend like everything is all right in the world, you could say this is a head and shoulders bottom. I don't know how smart that is. Right? I have such a hard time with digital cash. I can't believe that digital cash index that we created just gets hammered. I mean, we talked about Litecoin at 100 being, you know, it's like there's, I basically said there's no way I'm selling Litecoin at, I'm going to get bearish on Litecoin at 100. Okay, so let's pull up Litecoin. So there's the 9 bottom and the rip up. Okay. I would definitely give this a chance because if Bitcoin doesn't go down, if Bitcoin goes up, there could be a lot of room here. Somebody in our private group today was asking about Bitcoin Cash and about these dead digital cash solutions. I'm like, Jesus, look at this thing, right? This is like melting faces. Let's look at the weekly chart on this thing. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash weekly, right? You get all the way down and all the way back. So theoretically, if there's no debacle, you could get 4 more up weeks. But again, guys, you know, where is the evidence that somebody wants to buy this above the July floor? It's not there. So when do you make position adjustments? When the market's up. Do you believe in a digital cash solution? If yes, hold it. Hold it. Okay. All right. Somebody asking about Monero. We covered that. That's still here. Okay. So here's Monero. Okay. There's support at 232. right? And Monero is hanging in just above an old support, an old resistance point. So even though Monero shot up and came back down, okay, it's still holding. So that's interesting, right? But it's only interesting if buyers come in and buy it because they've been buying it for a while. I don't see any rush to get out, but you're going to see short sellers attack if it fails. Okay, Zcash, right? 9 bottom, capitulation puke, right? Because that's most likely everyone who FOMO'd in at the top, and now it's holding support at 146. So if you missed Zcash, I mean, you honestly, in all of crypto, right? When you get some big trade that comes out of nowhere and everyone on Twitter is like, oh my God, right? And then when it finally tops, the guys that found it early sell and they go home for Easter and everyone's trying to buy the dip and they get hosed, right? You're paid to buy the little dips on the way up, but like the big dips, I don't know. Okay. But if the privacy narrative has another leg, then this is a buy point. But honestly, with equities out there, okay, if I was going to do the digital cash trade, I would actually do Litecoin, maybe Tornado Cash, and Bitcoin. Okay, maybe these privacy coins will make me eat my words. Okay, Nano. Okay, so it's working on a 9 bottom. So I guess the good news about Nano is that, you know, Nano is lacking a catalyst, but I understand people are waiting for one to appear. So Nano either sits between 2 and 3. It didn't pay to buy it at 350, and it probably doesn't pay to sell it at 231. We just have to see if crypto over the weekend, if they do a short squeeze or this is a bull trap. Okay. I would be careful buying strength, but obviously if you're holding Nano, right, if you put up with this give up trade, if you put up with this, then you might as well wait to see if it breaks out, right? All right, folks, I got to wrap it up. Okay. We have CEL. Okay. So approaching a 13 bottom on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Big break of resistance here. So this looks like a give up trade in progress. No sign of when it stops. You did not miss Kyber. Okay. So here's the deal in Kyber. This was a token metrics favorite. Okay. You've got a lot of resistance up here at 421. And you got a lot of wicks up here. People are taking the money, folks. When you go from $1 to $4 in a quarter, okay, people are taking their money. Now, I guess if it blows through $4, you can just hold on to it. So it's one of these things where, you know, will the sellers run out of ammo? Okay, squat bars are tough to talk about on a stream. Okay, but I'll do my best. I had to read a couple books on this, on the Williams stuff. The squat bars, I think, work better in legacy than they do in crypto. That's just my opinion. So Alpha, okay, again, more of a staking coin. You know, they rip it up and then they drop it on everyone's head. What else is new? Okay, it's got to get above 42 cents. Okay, you're looking for an entry point in Kyber. Okay, so this is the 90-minute chart. So if they smash the market, it's probably 333 if everybody comes in and takes profits, right? So if you're looking for the corrective activity, let me see what the Elliott wave says. Okay, so the Elliott wave already says this was A, B, C, right? So if you wanted to be long, it looks like 366 was it. But like I said, folks, there's people selling this stuff, right? So if you believe in it, 366 was the entry point, but it looks like people are taking profits. All right, folks, I got to wrap it up for today. Okay, if you're headed out early for the holidays, we appreciate you. Please check out the video and let's sum it up. Is this a bull trap? Is this a bull trap or a bull market? Okay. If equities are okay, every day you come in crypto and equities are okay, it's fine. A lot of altcoins are destroyed. No point in selling them. But if you're going to adjust risk, do it on a green day. Ask yourself, do I still believe in this? Right? Do I want to allocate money here or do I want to put it somewhere else? The best days to do that are on a green day, right? In the meantime, it looks like Bitcoin and Ethereum want to do better, but remember this, equities, don't go long into a long weekend, okay? So there is a long weekend in equity in US and Europe, and be mindful that crypto has a history of doing wild things on Western holidays. I don't exactly know what that means. I just know that as the market rallies, unless it's a new bull market, if you've got altcoins that are hurting you, think about adjusting the risk. This is not only a TA show, but in this market, it's also become a risk management show. So that's it for today. Okay, Richard, thank you. Mitzer, Flipburger, much love to you. Okay, Seattle John, we appreciate you. Ezekiel, please enjoy your day. Enjoy your holiday. Be sure and come back tomorrow so you can get the 3-day outlook. I'll be here Monday, but not Friday. So I'm your host, Bill Noble, for the market update. We'll see you tomorrow.